Chapter 3: Living in the Now. We should do our best to avoid wanting things to be different than they are in this moment, and try to accept whatever we're experiencing without judgment or frustration. Pulling away from what is results in pulling away from ourselves and from the reality of life. Whenever there is pain, there is an opportunity for learning, for growing and becoming more whole. However, in our moments of discomfort, we often try to change our reality by resisting what is. We try to make our now more enjoyable, and in the process, often fail to see the deeper meaning of our experiences. We might, instead, try to stay open to life as we find it in every moment, and realize that we cannot always have things our way, that we are not in charge. By doing this, we can begin to accept life as it is, even if it is not how we want it to be. We can learn to be grateful for each moment and accept how it makes us feel inside. And we can practice watching our feelings to see if they will change. The winds of emotion will surely blow again, and before we know it, a new one will be drifting by. And we can do our best to find the patience to let it come and to let it pass. We can try to accept what is. This will help us accept what was and what will be. To live more fully in each moment, we have to begin watching our inner world and start accepting the various thoughts and feelings that we're experiencing without judgment. We should also be kind toward ourselves no matter what we feel, and not run from our emotions, for if we do, we'll only be running from ourselves. Instead, we should run to ourselves in every moment. As we're able to live more easily in each moment by practicing being mindful, our days will become more stimulating and beautiful. It's as if we were to spend one full hour savoring the smell and taste of a single cup of tea. That tea, like any other experience, will become much richer if we're able to be totally present to all of the sensations that we find. When we're open to life and the abundance of each moment, our experiences become more alive. It is a bit like the first time we share a kiss with someone. We move into a state of now so deep and pure that we often remember those wonderful moments for as long as we live. It can almost be like this with a cup of tea, but without the nervousness, of course. It's important to remember to always try to gently pull ourselves back into this moment. This is something that takes practice, like learning a new sport or language. Staying grounded in our bodies and doing our best to feel our emotions and sensations can help us to do this. With careful repetition and loving attention, we can become more used to living in the now. And as we do, we will discover that the present moment is typically very peaceful and also very full. We ultimately do not need anything in this moment. Even if we're running out of air, we do not need anything. Of course, we do need air to live, but ultimately, we're much more than this body that our spirit inhabits. A very practiced individual who is able to live fully in the now would accept this dire situation with the curiosity of a child at a museum. But make no mistake, this does not mean that we're to act passively. We're not meant to simply stand idle if we have another choice. We should always look for solutions and ways to better any situation, to improve our lives and those around us. The individual mentioned above, upon realizing that her air supply was diminishing, would do everything in her power to replenish it. This would be a good example of self-love and self-preservation. We're not meant to stand by helplessly while life takes the wind from our sails. Like a sailor on the high seas, we should always be checking the wind's direction and be prepared to make appropriate adjustments. But if we do find ourselves becalmed, there's no point in fussing, hoping, or praying. The wind will come up when it's ready to do so. In the meantime, we can reach for a paddle or simply enjoy the calm, for it will surely change. Even the driest deserts in Africa get their rains, and jumping, dancing, and praying for the heavens to open up won't make any difference. We cannot make a lion into a tiger, no matter how hard we try. Rather than resisting reality, we should do our best to accept every moment exactly as it is, and understand that it is absolutely perfect for us at this particular stage of our life. The more that we can embrace all of our emotions and experiences, the more we will be able to understand this.